Hey everyone, thank you all for being here as well. Give yourself a round of applause. This is community action, guys. This is fantastic. We've got men, women, young, slightly older, etc. This is what it's all about. I don't need to know the stats around migrant rape, migrant crime, migrant intimidation, migrant assaults, migrant murder, migrant subversion. I don't need to know the stats. Those crime statistics, they just add insult to injury. The Liberal agenda has allowed unvetted, undocumented, majority fighting age men into Britain, allowing for essentially the rolling of the dice on which families' daughters or sons will be raped or murdered next, or become another assault statistic, for example, another rape or murder statistic. I will say the quiet part out loud, and I will do it loudly. Mass, uncontrolled, legal immigration is cultural suicide. The legal stuff is cultural suicide. Mass, uncontrolled, illegal immigration is ensuring that a percentage of the population will either be assaulted, raped, or murdered. And the left turn out to call us fascists. You cannot despise them enough, because they are unrepentant. These people have no contrition in their heart. They turn up and they call us fascists. Let me say this so we are crystal. I don't care if the overall statistic was 0.0001%. One assault, one rape, and one murder by an immigrant is one too many. I will tell you why. We, us Brits, we can have babies. We can make families. We can populate Britain. Ours is the blood of empire, victory, and the most notorious empire globally ever. The problem, patriots, is that our kids are not taught history, their inheritance, their purpose. The cancer, patriots, is liberalism. Liberal policy making, liberal men, liberal fathers, liberal mindsets, liberal ideas. And now we are engulfed in wickedness, we are engulfed in injustice, we are engulfed in despair. So the solution, once again, is for us to take power. There are 2 parliamentary constituencies in Blackpool. Blackpool North, Fleetwood, and Blackpool South. Seeing as Ben isn't here right now, my message remains. I'm not leaving, for those of you that don't know, I live in the South. I'm not leaving until 2 people have come up to me and told me that they are going to stand to be the candidate in Fleetwood North, Blackpool, or Blackpool, bless you, or Blackpool South. That's how you take your country back, patriots. If you leave after this demo, don't join UKIP, don't put your name forward to become a candidate, you might as well not have bothered showing up. So, who's going to be my candidate? Genuinely, hang on mate, genuinely, speak to me at the end, I mean it. You must step forward. That's how Reform are doing it, that's how the Tories are doing it, but they need a push, guys, and that's why we're doing this. They need a push, because it's all part of the same Tory liberal nonsense, and I just can't trust it. I can't trust Nigel, and I can't trust Reform to do the business. So that's why we're doing what we're doing, proudly as Christian nationalists. I say to you, I am your leader, I am your voice, and that UKIP is your vehicle. The missing link is literally signing up to become a candidate, and the only way that you can do that is by becoming a member. Blackpool's migrant crime track record relating to illegals reflects most of British Seaside's characters now, the face of the town. And I'm of course referring to the Metropole Hotel. In 2025, police sought to revoke a takeaways licence after an illegal worker allegedly propositioned a teenage girl. Here at the Metropole, the Home Office and contractors manage the site, which has become a flashpoint for local tension with reports of public service strain. Spikes in crime regarding accommodation is representative throughout Britain. By housing of the legals, you're going to cause unrest, we're going to cause tension, because we've still got homeless people who can't get on the housing ladder. They can't get into council housing. You're going to have women who are fleeing violence, who can't get into social housing, because all of the allocation has gone on men who arrived here on a dinghy. It's absolutely excruciating to even talk about it. Again, I do repeat, the situation, all of it is absolute madness. Tensions, unrest, threat, disharmony. anger, injustice, and above all, confusion. So hear this clearly, patriots. Council leaders, councillors, police officers, and members of parliament have power. These are positions of power. These positions have a voice, and they have access. Access to people who wield even more power. We, as a block vote, have decades worth of liberal policy making, and for decades we've left it all to the Liberals. And I ask you now, how has that worked out for us? We absolutely must take power, patriots. Together we are strong, together is how we take our country back, but the solution remains political. Whenever we, patriots, whenever we act, we force the establishment and the mainstream media to acknowledge our demands. Do not underestimate the power of turning up and how powerful the effect and influence that we are having on British politics. We are setting the political tone, creating the political direction of travel, contributing directly to the national debate. We are inspiring the nation to turn back to politics, to turn back to God, to turn back to church. Recruiting candidates and motivating ordinary hard-working citizens to become community leaders, all to take our country back and to deliver justice to Britain. So our message, patriots, is simple. No more illegal migrants in our communities. Close the borders, deploy the military into Britain and begin mass deportations. I don't care who's the new kid on the block. I don't care who's the new face of it all. We're the OG. We wrote the policies. We're the bad boys of politics. Our manifesto came out first. The message remains simple. And this is the hill we die on, patriots. We want our country back. So UKIP under my leadership was indeed the first mainstream political party to have all of these as their flagship policies, and we will be seeing their implementation through until the bitter end. The Metropole Hotel here behind me in Blackpool has historically housed between 250 and 450 illegals. The left call them asylum seekers since 2021, so that's 5 years, and it cost us, the taxpayer, 2 billion quid a year. 2 billion quid a year, or what is it, 8 million a day? Britain is famous for its seaside towns, patriots, and this is no joke now, so I have to say it, even though it kills me, because I'm from Eastbourne as well, so it hits hard. Our seaside towns, British seaside towns, were once genuinely a popular holiday destination for tourists, not just for Brits, but for tourists as well. And we all know what they've done to our seaside towns. They deliberately earmarked them to house illegals. They deliberately moved out of the cities. If all of this madness was confined just to cities, London, Leeds, Manchester, etc., ultimately we'd be miserable and we wouldn't be happy about it. But if it was contained to our cities, Glasgow, we probably wouldn't have the reactionary force that's here right now. As soon as they came out of the big metropolitan cities and they started putting them in our communities, in seaside towns, and of course we all know what's trying to happen in Dalton and Furness, not far from here as well. They just couldn't stop there, the boundary had to be pushed out. The Islamic Caliphate, illegals, they're 90% fighting age men who are fleeing Islamist countries, for heaven's sakes. Of course they're going to want mosques. Then they're going to want halal stores. That's how it works. All is fair in love and war, patriots. They've tried it on, now we want them gone. It is the most vulnerable within society who pay the price for illegal immigrants being illegally harboured in our communities. It is the taxpayer, you and I, who pay for it. And I am absolutely sick of it. We demand justice for our girls, for our children, and for the victims who have lost their lives as a result of migrant terrorism. I say no justice, you say no peace. No justice?
No peace.
No justice?
No peace.
No justice?
No peace.
No justice?
No peace.
No justice? Lastly, patriots, for those who don't believe in God or His Bible, let me leave you with this. Proverbs 14:34, righteousness exalteth a nation, I say again, righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Patriots, it is very simple. Turn back to God, turn back to his church, and get political, and may God bless us all. Thank you. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you good people, so many familiar faces, some new ones. God bless you all for turning out, activists, offering to help, giving up half a day on a Saturday. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm so inspired. You are my new family. I love you all so much. I'm not leaving before I have 2 candidates, one Blackpool South and one Blackpool North Fleetwood. So, whether you are male, female, 18 or 65, I am going to be here. We're going to head up to the pub, which is over there, and then left and then up Talbot Street. There's a patriotic pub up there we were in last night, so we have a shandy. I'm not leaving without 2 of you. 2 of you. You have to be, I mean, there are some rules here, like you have to be registered. You can't, I think you have to be registered. No. So for those of you wondering, how does this work? You've got local councillors, right? In May of every year, there's elections. You can stand in all of that, and if you win, great. Like really great. It's a powerful position. And I'm not going to go into it about the influence you have when you're a local candidate. Yes, you have some sway, but when you become a county councillor, that's when you actually have some serious power. And when you become a member of parliament, you have access. Oh yeah, it's the most prestigious seat on the, all of it. Yeah, forget the salary, like whatever. Like you should be giving that to, like, you've got a team and there's charity, but forget the salary. This is what it's all about. So again, before I leave, 2 of you. I don't care. Short hair, long hair. Yes, exactly. So come and speak to me. Well done. Round of applause for everyone, guys. Thank you so much.